Hey, welcome to my vibe. Hey, welcome to my vibe. Dropping a mic test, 1, 2, 3, dropping a mic test. This is a test for the mic, testing the mic for the test, mic for the test. Hello. I think that's... What if we just start... I think we should start saying that. Hello. Hey, welcome to my vibe. And I think only for this location, these circumstances, is a greeting like that demanded. What else do you call this or anything such as nothing but the vibe, a vibe, my vibe? We've all seen those TikToks. We all know we got a field that we can just... We all know we got an extension. We all know that we've got a field of energy and magnets or energy with charges, physics. Might cut that out. And I'm gonna do a little video commentary on the things that I already filmed over the weekend, because they do need some explaining. They need some explaining, some exploration, some explanation, and some explaining. The 3 E's of knowledge. Are there 3 E's in knowledge? No. There's 2. There's 2. Sorry, I'm just talking to my producer off screen. He's currently got his laptop on a box of eggs.
It's an adverb.
Anyway, so I guess I'll start at the beginning. I thought it would be fun to come directly from bed, like you are kneeling above me, really, while I'm on the bed. I just thought if we're gonna do bed as a setting, we're gonna do bed. We're gonna do bed. BED, baby. Okay, let's start.
200.
Pies. Pies are very good. Bakery pies, Australian meat pies. Very good.
64 kilometers.
Let's go. Sam spilled chai tea like a dumbass and had to pick it up off the ground. Okay. Oh my god, so we have to leave at 9 in the morning?
8:30ish.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What do you do? Do you submit pictures of yourself?
It's a raffle, dude. I bought like prizes to be won.
Oh, we got gas. Okay. Oh my god, so we have to leave at 9 in the morning? We also got a tuna pasty, or whatever the hell it was called, and we're talking about... So on Sunday, we had a mullet contest / raffle to go to. Yes, a mullet contest / raffle, and it was at a brewery, and it was at noon, and Sam bought raffle tickets, so we had to go there to see if we had won anything. Stay tuned. Cool.
There you go.
First stop of the drive, about 2 hours in this little place called Venus Bay, where all of the houses look fake. They look like Lego houses. It is like the whole town is part of the neighborhood from Edward Scissorhands, and only part of the neighborhood because that's just how big it was. It wasn't big enough to fill close to the size of the actual neighborhood in Edward Scissorhands, but like a couple cul-de-sacs from the suburb featured in Edward Scissorhands, and that was Venus Bay. Weird vibe. Pretty, but weird, but also kind of gross, but very pretty and very pristine. South Australia is like, it's pretty, where's the vibe? It's pretty, where is the vibe? $23 for 2 beers. We paid $22 for 2 beers. 2 of the most expensive beer buys in Australia for nothing more than James Squire. Might also add that it was the only pub in town, and there was maybe 20 people there, and it was in the middle of a Saturday afternoon. What else is there to do in this town. There was one restaurant in the town. Everywhere else was closed in the middle of a Saturday afternoon. Crazy. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
To vacay.
To vacay. Love you.
Love you. We look nice. That dip is a crab and shrimp dip. It was not what I expected. I thought it was going to be like a chunky style dip. I thought it was going to be a chunky style dip that had actual chunks of shrimp and crab. Sorry, prawn. For all the Aussies out there. Prawn. I'm sorry. Shrimp and crab dip. It was not good. I did not like it. It was weird. Pureed, gelatinized shrimp and crab in a jelly dip-like form that we ate with seaweed rice crackers, and that actually made it taste better. Scene from the one and only time I used the bathroom at the caravan park. Okay, so this is where the weekend stopped. We drove 3 hours to Streaky Bay, was in high spirits, in road trip spirits. We're really thinking, yeah, let's go camping. Let's get out of town. We've been talking about going camping. Camping is in our roots as a couple from day one. Anyway, tent is life. Tent was life at one point. Tent was home at one point. Literally, for us. In a not as dramatic as you might think kind of way. We did live in a tent for 2 weeks. Anyway, we decide to bust old Buster out, old friend, old pal, old house, take it along with us for the ride, shoved those rods right up, smashed those pegs in as best we could, and it was so windy that everything was flying all over the place. The pegs were flying out, the rods were coming apart. It was a nightmare. We were starting to get irritated with each other, but it was really the wind. But we were so very irritated. And it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it, so we just decided to drive back. Sam wanted to sleep in the car, like in the front seats of the car, and just like lean back a little. No, so we drove home. And the drive back was long. Yes. And we were told to stop at these these rock things called the Murphy's Haystacks. If you Google the Eyre Peninsula and things to do on Eyre Peninsula, it is one of like the top 5 things to do is to go see these rocks that are, they are just rocks. They're pretty, but it was windy as hell. Like the kind of wind that genuinely just zaps every ounce of comfort and positivity from your body. So seeing these haystacks makes you feel, we felt more annoyed that we were told to go see these, that we had to get out of the car, endure walking through the wind, and there was a box through like this weird hollowed out building tunnel thing that would took you through the fence to the haystacks. They were asking for money. They wanted you to pay. They had an honesty box, not 2007 Facebook style, but we want your money. No. So we didn't pay. There's also honey for sale. No one there. And also honesty system. We've seen one of those in Victoria when we were seeing one of our friends, Kai, shout out Kai, and there was honey in a hollowed out tree or something, like someone was selling it, and they had like a video camera up, and you just like leave your money, take your honey, and they had put pictures all over the inside of this hut being like, have you seen these girls? They stole $85 worth of honey product and left no money. They just left. Can you blame them? You leave this unattended stand filled with your golden goods. And Australia is infamous for its broke backpacker scene, so I don't really know. Anyway, also $85 worth of honey? Like, where would they have taken? It's like 10 jars of honey. What do you need with 10 jars of honey? I don't know. Hocus schmocus. Anyway, so we walked around Murphy's Haystacks. And literally just to say that we saw them if anyone asked, because, you know, it's annoying when you go somewhere and you don't do the one thing that there is to do there, and then everyone's really confused why you went there in the first place. And it's just kind of an exhausting conversation to have. Like, I don't feel like doing the one thing that there is to do here. I just want to hang out. Vibe out. If it's not the vibe, I don't want to... Can we get quiet on set?
I'm trying, sorry.
What? Okay, okay. Let me collect here. Okay, so today, guess what someone did in the gym that really rubbed me the wrong way.
Discuss.
So I was at, oh, we didn't bring the spoon.
Yeah, just Freeport. You know what city grams look like, right?
It's gonna go, oh, it's going
The
everywhere.
dust. You're gonna be inhaling protein for like the next weeks.
Could be worse. Okay, so I'm in that room where people like do the stretching and stuff.
Decent. That's well decent. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just on my mat doing my stretches and some warm-up ab work. This lady sets up, I'm like here. She sets up here. She's got like a whole swag of stuff with her.
A whole swack of it.
And I'm like, what is this bitch doing? There is so much other room in this room. I don't know why you have to go like 2 feet away from me. Biggest pet peeve in the gym is when people are close to you for no reason.
That is fair and true.
I may have put a lot of powder in this.
Did so much powder and so much water.
Anyways, and then I'm like, what is she doing? What is she setting up for? She wheels in a bike.
Oh no, I saw that. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
She wheels in a bike, and I look up. The bike, like the front of the bike where your head and your hands are, is like diagonally above me. So she set it up as if she was gonna sit there on her bike and watch me. She had this view. Why?
Maybe she wanted to feel inspired by you. In particular by you. Only by you, no one else.
Okay. Well, it was pretty effing weird. I don't like it when people do that.
That makes sense. No one likes being watched. Especially from a stationary bike.
I'm like, why are you moving the bike? Why are you moving the bike?
That kind of got me too. Well, I was doing my back workout and I saw her kind of come in sheepishly and wheel it away. And I was like, oh, maybe she needs some privacy. I didn't realize that she was moving to a space with other people in it as well.
And then I was just like, is there a class that's gonna happen here soon?
No.
Is this what they do when they have spinning class?
No.
Spin class, not spinning class.
Just people in like the room just going around in circles. Arms out, a la, yeah.
Yo.
Thank you, miss. Was that all that upset you in the gym today?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so now I'm in the car talking about, grievances with people at the gym. I have something to add to this anecdote. I saw the same lady. So when I go to the gym, between Monday to Friday, it's the regular crowd. There is a steady stream of the same people at the same time. Humans, creatures of habit. We've all got the routine. We all like to show up. So when there's someone new in the field, you really feel the presence because it throws your whole routine off. Because you kind of get to know everyone else's routines. So you just get into like a natural flow, New chick shows up. First, she's watching me from her spin cycle machine. And then her soul cycle go-getter. She's watching me from her Tower of Soul on the cycle. And then this morning, in between my two favorite machines that I like to use on butt day, butt/legs, they're connected. My two favorite why did I stupid? Machines. In between my two favorite machines, got the cable machine that I like to do my what are they called, Sam? What are they called? The kickbacks? Yeah, the cable kickbacks. I like to do my hip thrusts on the Smith machine. Is that the Smith machine?
Yes.
Yes, Smith machine. She was in between these two, okay? There's a mirror in front. I had seen her before when I was doing like my warm-up and stuff in the stretch room. Same room that we met before. I see her out of the corner of my eye grabbing a ball. And I'm like, oh, so she's gonna be in the room with me doing some ball stuff. No, she never came back. So I was like, oh, maybe she was putting it away. This is how much I think about people and their routines in the gym. And I go, anyway, it's leg day. I'm done more warm-ups. I'm ready to get to the good stuff. I'm ready for my cable kickbacks. And I go down, and this chick, oh my God, she had like a whole like bench set up with like multiple towels, or one really thick one, I don't know. Bringing a thick thick towel to the gym, like one fluffy bath towel to the gym. That's weird. I don't care if you do that. I'm sorry, but it's weird. It looks weird. And it feels weird. Anyway, she's got like sets of dumbbells, like kettlebells. She's doing lunges. Just made up her own little area in between these two machines. My favorite two machines. Okay, and like, fair enough, she did use the cable once for like biceps or something. Most of the time she was standing there doing squats and free weights. I guess you could argue that it's the only real floor space with a mirror. I guess. But but to me, that's just not, this is, okay, you could also get an insight to like how much I have going on in life right now, because my only daily outing is to the gym. So yes, maybe it's my fault for not having a life that I get so amped up when people throw things off for me, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe that there is a proper gym etiquette that we could be abiding by here. Don't bring everything to you. The gym is set up so that you move around it. Like stations. Remember when you were a kid in gym class and you had stations? You move along, you move through the area. It's literally there for you to move around. You're blocking space and you're not even circulating. That's like your whole workout. Those things are out of, it just bothers me so much. You know, when people are so, not spatially aware. I think being like self-aware is a little bit much to ask for from strangers, but you could at least be, you know, a little bit spatially aware. Like, yes, the gym is there for you to use, but you also have the responsibility to be conscious of your use. I know. I'm getting my panties in a wad about it, but listen, I have so little going on in my life right now. You just gotta let me have it. Gotta let me have that one gym rant. And the many more that will come in the next 4 weeks. And then hopefully I will have friends and I can talk to them about it.
I'm such a mess.
Next up, we got some acai bowls. An acai bowl. We shared it like an old couple. It was very cute. It was definitely not as good and definitely not as good looking as the first bowl that I've gotten from this place. But it was still good. It was still good. Yes, and now we arrive at the mullet contest. So we were there for a while and there was nothing happening. Just some people showing up in mullet wigs, a lot of kids with mullets, a lot of grown men with some honestly great work. Most of them gross. But beggars can't be choosers, you know. But in terms of mullet, like in terms of Aussie mullets, like in terms of mullets, like honestly great. Bogan mullet. Good for bogans. Impeccable bogan mullets, actually. Anyway, so we were here having our 2 beers. This was noon. We found out after these beers that the raffle, the part that we're interested in, because we might win, is at 2:30. So we had to leave. We picked up some lunch. We ate some lunch. We had a whole afternoon. We came back 2 hours later to the same vibe. Nothing had changed. They had a DJ, that poor guy. We were dancing, kind of, discreetly. I mean, the mayor was standing right in front of us, so had to behave a little bit. I did photobomb their photo. The mayor was there, and she was with all of her gal pals, or whoever she was with, and they were taking a photo, because she won something. Like, of course she won something. She's the mayor at a radio event. They were all, like, you know, like, taking pictures, and I found a hole in between heads and I got right in there and I gave a smile. So they'll have that forever. I have a photo with the mayor. Anyway. Alright, well, I guess that's it. I guess that's all we did that whole weekend. Yeah, thanks. See you later. Please comment, like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Okay, thanks, bye. Link for Instagram is in my bio. Duh.